So Genshin Impact is in a little bit of a weird spot for me. On one hand, it's like one of the best gacha games I ever played. On the other hand, it has some lingering problems that definitely I think should be addressed. What's up everyone, it's DaikenXDan here, and welcome to my top 5 things I want changed for Genshin Impact. So the first thing I want to talk about is the energy of the game, or resin in this case. So most gacha games basically have it to where once you level up your account, your energy basically accumulates with it, so you gain more energy points as your account levels up. However, Genshin Impact has a problem where that's not actually the case. That doesn't happen in this game. So you're pretty much going to find yourself in a weird situation where once you're becoming an in-game player, you're going to be running into an issue where you're going to be having the same amount of energy that you had at the start of the game, and that makes a bit of a problem because you're going to be trying to farm for gear, and you're going to realize that you're not going to actually have the energy to actually do what you need, which is going to take a lot more time in that aspects. So you just run into this weird problem where the game doesn't give you the resources that you need in order to do the things that you want to do. And that's usually not a problem inside of most gacha games. Now this game does have the benefit of you can play it all the time because not everything takes resin, but the things that you're going to really want to be doing, the things you're really going to be farming when you're farming for more adventure rank, or when you're farming for extra gear through these dungeons and stuff like that, you're going to be using your energy, and it doesn't scale. It's just capped at like 120 no matter how high you get your adventure rank. And I think it's something that should be addressed. I think it's something that should actually scale along with you. So if I'm adventure rank 50, I should not have 120 resin. Maybe I should have, I don't know, 200 or like 200 and something. And then when you use one of the moons, it should probably give you like a flat like a percentage rate. So like it just does 50%, right? So if I have 120 at the start, then it gives you 60. If I have 200 not adventure rank, but if I have 200 energy now, then it should gives me 100. And I think that would be a good way to have it to where it works in a good way where you can have your energy, but at the same time you have the energy to and I think that will work in a good way to where you'll be able to use your energy effectively the way you want while not grinding against how the system of the game plays, because it's in a weird spot right now, and I really don't think that's probably what they intended. Maybe it is, I have no idea, but it's definitely against what most gacha games really, how most of them handle their energy systems inside games. It's definitely a little bit different. I think it's a little bit off-putting, especially basically discouraging almost when you're trying to farm these gears and you're just grinding against the what the game allows you to do. Next big thing, talking about gear specifically, especially when we're talking about energy and stuff like that, rerolling stats. Now I know a lot of people basically wants to be able to reroll stats, and myself included. This game very heavily reminds me of a problem that another gacha game has known as Epic 7. For people who have played that, is very gear heavy and is very RNG heavy when it comes to your stats. So not only is the main stat RNG, but the substats are also RNG in both games, and that can become a problem when you're trying to basically optimize your gear in game. A lot of in-game stuff for this is mostly going to be trying to get the best possible gears for your character. You know what stats you want to look for, and you know what substats you want, and it's just the possibility of getting all of those all on the same piece of gear. That's the biggest thing, just getting the gear substats that you want. Now of course, if you got the best and main stat and a few substats, you'll be alright, but this, I'm talking about really optimizing pure in-game. A lot of people want to basically re-roll some stats. Now I don't know if they're going to be talking, now I'm not talking about re-rolling main stat, that'd probably be a little too crazy, but re-rolling a substat or two may not be too bad. Especially, I know some people have been mentioning it could be possibly a gold sync, where it costs a substantial amount of gold to actually do this, so it is something that probably only in-game players are going to be doing or be even thinking about, and it's just a way for you to basically re-roll a stat. Maybe it could be a guaranteed stat, or it can be a chance for a stat, depending on how they want to do it, or depending on how much gold it is. I guess if it's littler than what we think, it could probably be an RNG, but if it's a lot of gold, like a crazy amount, then it probably should be something where you actually be able to pick the substat or whatever. But just another thing that I think should probably be in the game, especially since, like I said, a lot of this end game is going to be about optimizing your gears and looking for these specific substats that you want on your characters to build the characters the way you want to, while you're trying to clear the harder content of the game. And the third thing that I want change for my top 5 things I want to see change within Genshin Impact is more incentive to play co-op. Right now, co-op is in a weird spot. This game has been like pretty much pictured in a way where they basically say this is a game single player with co-op pretty much added on, and it's like co-op as like a second-hand thought. And with that comes the problem of co-op basically not really seeming important. It's fun while you do it, you know, it's fun to like go in with friends and play around, play with the characters you like, and go up and beat some baddies, right? But there's no real incentive for it. There's really nothing like, why should I play co-op? Now, we did have the cool co-op event that happened, and I think that was one of the first real like ways we could see like exclusivity things for like co-op. This is why you want to play co-op right here, because you can only do that event in co-op. The only problem with that is, as I was saying before, how co-op was just almost feeling like a second-hand thing in this game, where it's like a single player game but has co-op attached. It wasn't really done very well. The rewards were slightly better than what you can get inside of the actual ley lines, which is a certain thing you could do inside the game for a certain amount of your energy. Slightly better rewards than that, only in a specific case of if the world level of the person you got matched with was equal to a certain world level that was equal to the rewards that you could get. If you got inside of a world level that was lower, like specifically like world level 0 or 1, then the rewards would seem much weaker than what you were expecting, and it isn't as beneficial as it's supposed to be. So it's a lot of matchmaking issues with that, which could probably be easily changed. But like I said, just giving more players more incentives to play the co-op would just be a better thing. And I think they had a right idea. I just don't think it was implemented very well when it came to that co-op event. It could possibly be like, you know, specific raid bosses or something that can only be done through co-op or something like that, or make it to where like if you do co-op, the challenges get harder but the rewards could be greater in some aspects or something. Just something to give players a reason to play co-op. I think that would definitely benefit the game. So co-op just isn't an afterthought, right? You want people to play co-op. You don't want co-op in the game to die. They have the matchmaking feature in there. Last time I tried the matchmaking feature though, it wasn't really working well. A lot of people weren't really using, but it is a beta, so you know the servers aren't as you know, it isn't as many people on the server as there probably could be, so that probably has something to do with it. But definitely want to see more incentives to play co-op is my third thing. Next thing that I want to see is improvements to the battle pass. Actually, the battle pass inside of Genshin Impact wasn't actually the best. When comparing it with their other game, Honkai Impact, when you compare the rewards to like what you were getting, the battle pass just wasn't really hitting it. The rewards weren't really that good. As far as the free battle pass inside of Honkai, you get a lot of really good things that you can level up your characters and other things. There's even an exclusive currency that is for the battle pass. I believe it's called the honor chips. Yeah, the honor chips, and you're able to like pick what you want from that. There's like nothing really there that's like exclusive or anything like that. I think you like get the weapon, but I think that's only with like the one that you pay for. And then there's like the chest that you could get down at the bottom, but like, once again, that's only for the one you pay for. So all the like exclusive stuff is like down there. Besides that, you get like the experience tickets. You get like the wishing things, but you get the regular wishing ones, which isn't even all that good. You want the limited ones for like the limited banners. You can't even get those inside the normal one. And I think you only get like a very few, like probably like 2 or 3. Yeah, the other one for the Honkai one, you get the crystals, and then they give you like this Lucian thing. You get enough of those through like a certain amount of battle passes, and you can like pick like a weapon you want and stuff like that. Like it just gives you a lot better stuff rather than this one. The free one for this one just wasn't that good. So I hope they improve upon the free version of the battle pass. Give even the free players something. Something like at least a weapon or something. It should be no way I should be getting all the same rewards that I can get in like just playing the game within the battle pass. It just doesn't seem right. I think there should be like at least something that you could get some type of exclusive currency or some type of exclusive weapon that at least the free-to-play players can also obtain. It shouldn't be locked behind a paywall in that aspect always. At least for my personal preference, I don't think that. What do you guys think about that? Let me know what you guys think about the battle pass, if you've seen it or not. How do you feel about it? And overall, my final 15, the biggest topic for my top 5 things I want to see changed inside of Genshin Impact, obviously, is more content. Now this one is more just like a worry for me in the game. You know, so far in the game we have 2 regions, and we've played a lot of it throughout closed beta test 2 and 3. Closed beta test 1 only had the first region, but with the final release of this game, when it fully releases into the hands of the public, coming here within a month or 2, what is there going to be? Are we going to be looking at the same 2 regions? Is there going to be finally a 3rd region fully built inside the game already? My biggest worry is that this game is actually a little too lenient. As I was stating before, you have your energy, but you don't always have to use your energy. You can play this game all day. You can literally explore the world of this game all day without using your energy. And that's scary because you can also increase your adventure rank and also farm the premium currency, which you can be thinking that's a good thing, but for the people who like will wake up on this game and go to sleep on this game, they'll find themselves beating the main storyline very fast, and you know, they'll start working on their gear and stuff like that. But once they get done with that stuff, what is there going to be for them, you know, without like events happening frequently or stuff like that? I feel like people will beat the game and like find themselves with nothing really to do outside of exploring the world. But once you explore the world and like, you know, we even have maps already where people literally made maps so far where they tell you where all the items are. Like you can find like all the rare items here. You can find all the statue icons and stuff, like all the Amoklus and stuff, and put them inside the statue. Like there's literally already maps for stuff like that. So if somebody really digs in, they take those resources, they use them effectively, and they beat the game fully, like within like a week's time. What is there really left for them to do? And I think that's going to be a scary thing. Of course, like I said before, they could constantly keep trying to get their levels up. It's going to be a slow grind to your adventure rank, but it's like they're literally going to be logging on to try to find the respawn common chests. Once they've fully done like all their puzzles, they're going to be like doing that, doing their dailies, and like that's pretty much it. Without like, they could use their energy, but once the energy is gone, then it's like they're just done for the day. I guess it's going to be like a quick game, because like your dailies on top of using your resin could probably take you, it'll take you no more than an hour. So you get an hour worth to play, and then you go explore the world, try to find some more common chests or whatever if you can. But besides that, it's really going to be nothing that they can really do. So I'm just scared that there's going to be a dry period within this game. But if MiHoYo can actually keep up the content, they can keep up, you know, co-op events or regular events. There's some incentives for key players on the game. I think that would be good. You know, the reason why these games have an energy resource to begin with is to keep players coming back so they can do things. That's why, you know, it keeps them from like being able to like progress so fast. But with the ability to play this game all the time, because not everything is locked behind the energy resource, players can actually bypass that and actually get further in this game than they can in like just about any other gacha game, because the energy isn't the thing that's holding them back outside of like gearing their characters up for harder content. So it's just a bit of a worry that I had, and it's just been on my mind for a little bit, and I wanted to express it with you guys, see what you guys have to say about it, because this game is right around the corner, and I want this game to succeed, and you know, wishing MiHoYo the best, and I will definitely be there for the whole ride of this experience, because this game has been amazing thus far. Anyway, like I said, I just want to talk about with you guys. These were my top 5 things that I want to see changed. Let me know if there's anything inside of Genshin Impact that you want changed, or anything that has your concerns. Let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely be reading and reacting with all you guys. Anyway, if you like anything I have to say, drop me a like. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to hear more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daiken, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.